In a small town surrounded by gentle hills and rivers, an elderly man lived alone, spending his days quietly as the school janitor. He was a kind soul, with a slow smile reserved for those who looked like they needed it. Despite his warm nature, he had chosen solitude, carrying an old wound, an argument with his only child years ago that had left them estranged. The cause of the rift had faded, but the silence between them remained. One cold evening, there was a knock on his door. Standing there was the school principal, who handed him a letter and shared heartbreaking news. His daughter had passed away in an accident. The shock was unbearable, like losing a part of himself. But there was more. She had left behind a young child who now had no one. In the days that followed, he met his grandson, a small boy with serious eyes, far older than his years. The old man wasn't sure how to reach him, unsure of how to be the family he suddenly needed. But on their first night together, the child approached him with a worn photo of his mother, clutched tightly. "She told me you were a good man," he whispered. The simple words struck deep. Fighting back tears, the old man knelt down, took the boy's hand, and said, "I'll try to be that man for you." They began to settle into a routine, sharing quiet moments over breakfast, long walks, and an occasional smile. Slowly, the boy began to open up, telling his grandfather stories about his mother, funny moments, strange memories, fragments of a life the old man had missed. Each story brought her back to life, not just as a daughter, but as a full, vibrant person who had once loved and been loved deeply. One night, the old man discovered a small wooden box among her belongings, filled with letters she had written over the years but never sent. Each letter held a piece of her heart, filled with apologies, thoughts, and regrets. She had even expressed her hope to mend the silence, dreaming of a future where her son could know his grandfather. As he read each word, he felt the weight of lost time press against him, filling him with both regret and the resolve to make things right for her son. From then on, he made a promise to honor her memory. He and the boy began spending afternoons in the school garden, a small green space he had tended over the years. Together, they planted seeds, tended young sprouts, and learned how patience and care could bring life to even the smallest patches of earth. The boy's sorrow seemed to lift, and with every new sprout that appeared, his laughter grew a little brighter, his spirit a little lighter. One day, the boy asked, "Do you think she's watching us?" The old man's voice softened as he replied, "I think she is, and I believe she's proud of you." With time, their bond deepened, filling the gaps left by years of loneliness and regret. The old man became not just a caretaker, but a true father figure to the boy. In return, the boy brought new purpose to his life, filling it with joy and healing. The old man saw traces of his daughter in the boy's laugh, in his curiosity, and in the gentle way he looked at the world. The years flew by. On the day of the boy's graduation, the old man sat in the front row, pride swelling in his heart as he watched the young man his grandson had become. As the boy received his diploma, he glanced back and offered a small, grateful nod. In that moment, the old man felt his daughter's presence beside him, as though she, too, were beaming with pride. He knew he couldn't undo the past, but he had found a way to honor her memory. Through love, patience, and the willingness to let go of old wounds, he had managed to rebuild his life and pass on the wisdom of resilience to his grandson. He had learned, even late in life, that broken bonds could mend, that redemption could be found in small acts of kindness, and that love could heal even the oldest of wounds. In his grandson, the old man found a second chance, a new chapter, filled with hope and peace.